Why does life seem so unfair? Why? Isaac had married Rebekah, a kind and beautiful woman, yet their home remained quiet. No children's laughter and no tiny feet running around. Could this be their story forever? Year after year they waited, but nothing changed. Isaac could have given up, but he didn't. Instead, he prayed with all his heart, asking God to step in. And God answered, saying,
I have heard your prayer. Rebekah shall conceive, and through him my promise will stand.
With these words, hope was born again. Would this be the turning point in their lives? Only time would tell. Finally, Rebekah's long wait ended. She conceived. But her joy soon turned into confusion and distress. Something unusual was happening within her. It felt like a struggle, a battle inside her womb. What could it mean? Troubled, Rebekah turned to God and asked,
Why is this happening to me?
2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples from within you will be separated. 1 people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger.
These words left Rebekah both awed and uncertain. What kind of future awaited her children? Only God knew the full story. When the time came, Rebekah gave birth to twins, just as God had said. The first baby was red and covered with so much hair that he looked like a little coat. They named him Esau. Moments later, his brother was born, gripping Esau's heel tightly as if trying to pull himself forward. They called him Jacob. As the boys grew, their differences became clear. Esau loved the wild outdoors and became a skilled hunter, while Jacob preferred staying at home, helping with family tasks. Their father, Isaac, had a special love for Esau, for he delighted in the wild game Esau would bring him. Rebekah, however, cherished Jacob, seeing in him a gentler heart, and perhaps even sensing his destiny. As time passed, Isaac grew old, and his eyesight became weak. He realized his days were numbered and decided to bless Esau, his firstborn, before he died. Calling Esau to his side, Isaac said,
Take your bow and arrows, go out to the field, and hunt some wild game for me. Prepare the kind of tasty food I love, and bring it to me to eat, so I may give you my blessing before I die.
But Rebekah overheard their conversation. She knew what God had promised about Jacob, and she was determined to ensure that the blessing would go to him instead. Calling Jacob in secret, she said,
Listen, my son, do exactly as I say. Your father is about to bless Esau. Go to the flock and bring me 2 young goats. I'll prepare a meal just the way your father likes it, and you will take it to him so he can bless you instead.
But Jacob hesitated.
But my brother Esau is a hairy man, and I have smooth skin. What if my father touches me? He'll know I'm deceiving him and bring a curse on me instead of a blessing.
Shh, let the curse fall on me, my son. Just do as I say.
So Jacob obeyed. He brought the goats, and Rebekah prepared the meal. She even took Esau's best clothes and put them on Jacob. Then she covered his hands and neck with the goat skins to make him feel like his brother. Jacob, now disguised as Esau, took the food to his father, his heart pounding with every step. Would Isaac believe him, or would the truth be uncovered? Jacob approached his father cautiously, carrying the food Rebekah had prepared.
My father,
he said. Isaac, old and nearly blind, responded.
Yes, my son, who is it?
Jacob took a deep breath and answered,
I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done as you told me. Please sit up and eat some of the game I brought, so you may bless me.
Isaac hesitated, his voice filled with doubt.
How did you find it so quickly, my son?
The Lord your God gave me success,
Jacob replied. Still unsure, Isaac said,
Come closer so I can touch you, my son, to know whether you really are Esau or not.
Jacob moved closer, his heart racing. Isaac reached out and touched him. The goat skins on Jacob's hands and neck felt rough like Esau's. Isaac felt something was off. The voice was Jacob's, but the hands were for Esau. Isaac still wasn't entirely convinced, so he asked again, and Jacob told him that indeed he was Esau. Isaac then asked Jacob to bring forth the food so that he would eat and give him the blessings. Jacob served the meal, and Isaac ate. After finishing, he asked Jacob to move close to him and asked him to kiss him. Jacob stepped closer and kissed his father. As Isaac smelled the clothes Jacob wore, Esau's clothes, he was finally convinced.
Ah, the smell of my son is like the smell of a field that the Lord has blessed.
Then Isaac blessed him, saying,
May God give you heaven's dew and earth's richness, an abundance of grain and new wine. May nations serve you and peoples bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers, and may the sons of your mother bow to you. May those who curse you be cursed, and those who bless you be blessed.
With that, Jacob received the blessing meant for Esau, sealing a destiny that would entirely shape the future of nations. No sooner had Jacob left his father's presence than Esau arrived from the hunt, carrying the wild game he had prepared. With excitement, he brought the meal to Isaac and said,
My father, please sit up and eat some of my game, so that you may bless me.
Isaac froze, a look of confusion spreading across his face. Who are you? He asked.
I am Esau, your firstborn.
Esau replied confidently. Isaac trembled violently. A wave of horror crashed over Isaac as he realized what had just transpired.
Then who was it that hunted game and brought it to me? I ate it just before you came, and I blessed him. And indeed, he will be blessed.
Esau let out a loud, bitter cry. He wanted to be blessed too. He pleaded with his father, but it was too late. But Isaac shook his head with sorrow evidently in his voice.
Your brother came deceitfully and took your blessing.
The blessing had already been given, and it was irreversible. Esau was furious.
Isn't he rightly named Jacob? This is the second time he has taken from me. First, he took my birthright, and now he has taken my blessing.
He asked his father if he had reserved any blessing, but Isaac answered,
I have made him lord over you and all his relatives, his servants. I have sustained him with grain and new wine. So what can I possibly do for you, my son?
Esau begged his father if there was even only one blessing for him. He cried loudly for his father to bless him too. But Isaac's heart was heavy as he spoke.
Your dwelling will be away from the earth's richness, away from the dew of heaven above. You will live by the sword, and you will serve your brother. But when you grow restless, you will throw his yoke from off your neck.
Esau was angry. He hated Jacob for stealing his blessing. He said to himself that he was going to kill him once his father dies. But Rebekah, their mother, heard about Esau's plan. She quickly called Jacob and said,
Your brother Esau is very angry. He is planning to kill you. You must leave right away. Go to my brother Laban's house in Haran. Stay there until Esau calms down. When it is safe, I will send a word for you to return.
Jacob knew he had no time to waste. His brother Esau was furious and had vowed to kill him for stealing the blessing. At his mother, Rebekah's urging, he quickly gathered what little he could carry and fled from home, leaving behind his family, his comfort, and everything he had ever known. The journey was lonely and dangerous. With every step, Jacob's heart pounded, not just from the effort, but from the fear that Esau might catch up to him. He passed through rugged hills and empty valleys, the silence of the wilderness pressing down on him. As the sun set, the sky darkened, and Jacob felt the chill of the night air. Exhausted and unsure of what lay ahead, he looked around for a place to rest. Finding a flat spot on the ground, he took a large stone to use as a pillow and lay down, his thoughts heavy with worry. He wondered if he would ever return home, or if Esau's anger would keep him away forever. In that quiet moment, far from everyone he loved, Jacob felt truly alone.